Tonight, don't just watch the news, become part of it. New tonight, parents are reacting to the tuberculosis tests and those results that started coming in today. At least one student will have to get more testing done. We'll break that story minutes away. Also, our team at El Paso International Airport, as both sides of the UMC and Children's Hospital dispute come back from Austin empty-handed. We're also asking what's next.
Number one, there's a clock. So that means they cannot continue to operate in the way that they have been operating in the past. They now have to start paying bills.
And County Judge talking about Children's Hospital as the dust begins to settle. We are making sense of the failed mediation. Plus,
Joe is relieved that this whole ordeal is over. He's relieved that Mr. KVIA is going to face justice.
The homeowner who fought off 4 intruders reacting through his attorney to one of them being found guilty of less serious charges. And also new tonight, a military homecoming you won't forget. We love this story, Nichole.
The rain chances will go up should you cancel your outdoor plans this weekend. I'll let you know in Storm Track weather.
It's all next on ABC-7 at 9. Get ready. You become part of the day's news right now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC-7 at 9 on the El Paso Las Cruces CW.
Hey there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on ABC-7 at 9 on the CW. I'm Bob Harp, and as always, we have the stories you're buzzing about tonight in social media.
And I'm Nichole Gomez. I'm tracking what you're saying. I'm tracking clear skies, and we're tracking dry conditions out there. But what can we expect? Coming up, I'll let you know the temperatures are on the rise for tomorrow, and we'll take a look at your 4th of July forecast. Coming up, Bob.
All right, looking good. Thanks, Nichole. Brand new information on the possible tuberculosis exposure. This at Frank Macias Elementary School. 17 students still need to be tested, and ABC-7 was there as test results for some of the 146 students already tested started coming in. Now, the health department announced last week someone at the school had active TB, and the school's second graders could be at risk. ABC-7's Ashley Rodriguez spent the day with parents as those results started to come in. She continues our complete coverage. Ashley, you're live in our newsroom.
Bob, Trinity Ramos was all smiles as she headed to pick up her son's test results. The family said they weren't nervous, but by the time they came out of the school, results in hand, Mom's smile had faded. Is everything okay?
I mean, she's kind of disappointed at the results. Well, he told us that it's like positive, but it's not active. So they need x-rays to see if it affected any of his body, but they're not sure yet if it's going to affect him, but it's positive.
You can imagine the family is scared, but there are some notes about active TB tests to remember. The department instructed the family to see a doctor and get the little boy's lungs checked out. While a positive test means this second grader has been exposed to TB, it doesn't mean he has active TB. This is called a TB infection or latent TB. This means the bacteria may be inside the body, but it isn't doing harm. These folks don't have symptoms and cannot spread the disease. Another reason a person might test positive is because they received a TB vaccine. But this still isn't the news the Ramos family was expecting.
I was in shock, but I have faith that he's gonna be okay. But I was still mad because how did this happen in a school? There's a lot of kids, and they're anyone could be in danger.
The department staff will continue to contact those that haven't been seen yet, those 17 kids, even saying it's willing to make home visits. Of course, we'll be keeping in touch with the Ramoses to learn if their son's case is serious.
All right, Ashley, you could just imagine what that family must be feeling tonight. Thank you so much for that. And Ashley, we'll have more tonight at 10 over on ABC-7. Meantime, a trip to Austin to hammer out a deal to settle the $100 million that UMC says Children's Hospital owes it. It was all for nothing. Finding out what went wrong is not easy as well.
We're all held under strict confidentiality clause by the courts.
I have to really kind of think through what I can say because we are under very strict orders from the judge.
And that's really limited what we can say.
Mediation failing again, the third try between the two hospitals. ABC-7 was the only station at the airport last night to get immediate reaction from the heads of University Medical Center, the county, and Children's Hospital, who you just heard from. And as you also heard, they really can't say much. So how does the county now plan to protect you, the taxpayer? That is what we wanted to know. now that the mediation between the two has collapsed. ABC-7 spoke with the county judge again today, and she says she's comforted by a couple of things that actually happened during the process as it goes back to the courts tonight.
Going forward, the public also will be able to see a lot of information that they weren't able to see before. UMC has a legal strategy, but as they begin filing motions or orders with the court, the public will get to see UMC's side of the story. The public will get to understand the strategy. And I think that will help the taxpayer understand why we've been headed in this direction.
County Judge Veronica Escobar saying El Paso Children's Hospital made its first payment to UMC on Tuesday, this for services rendered. UMC claims the Children's owes it more than $100 million, but again, that is a number that Children's Hospital disputes. Our complete coverage of the failed mediation continues right now at KVIA.com. New tonight, that is where you can read more on what is next in the UMC Children's Hospital fight. You'll find it on our homepage. It took just 2 days to present the case and only half a day for the jury to reach a verdict. Tonight, Leonard Calvillo is found not guilty of the charge attempted murder. Now, he was found guilty, though, of aggravated burglary, attempted battery with a deadly weapon, damage to property, and child abuse. Now, prosecutors say that Calvillo and 3 friends attacked the homeowner, Joe Torres, but Torres fought off all 4 men, even stabbing and killing one of them. Torres was cleared of any wrongdoing, and he even testified against Calvillo this week, saying he thought Calvillo and the other men were going to kill him. That is where the attempted murder charge Calvillo was found not guilty on comes from.
Given the evidence that was presented to the jury, this was the best scenario for us. Given that he was looking at so much time in jail, and now, you know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel for him.
Sentencing, by the way, set for July 13th. The DA's office is saying Calvillo faces the possibility of 17 years in prison. Also, a GoFundMe account is now open to help out with funeral expenses for the Garza family. 4 members of their family were killed on Sunday when their vehicle rolled off of I-10, and a blown-out tire is said to be the cause. Now, in El Paso's Upper Valley last night, a memorial was held at Lincoln Middle School, where 14-year-old Peter Garza was a student.
When we were down, he would go out of his way to make sure we were happy. If we were too lazy to walk outside, he would give us a piggyback ride.
He always tried to make us happy. He didn't want to see us down, and he was just such a good friend, and he was the best.
Peter's mother, his 11-year-old brother, and his older sister Taylor were all killed in the crash. We have a picture of 18-year-old Taylor, who just graduated from Franklin High School, where Peter was set to be a freshman. By the way, their father and 6-year-old sister survived that crash, and they are recovering tonight. If you would like to donate, you can find a link to that GoFundMe link at KVIA.com on our Facebook page. Meantime, Erica already appreciating that we posted that info on our Facebook page, saying thank you for updating us and giving us the link. Erica, you are very welcome. And Norma telling us tonight, my deepest condolences to the family. This is heartbreaking, and I'm so sorry for your loss. And Mauricio saying, heartbreaking, the father lost his entire family. I don't know what I would do. Rocky, such beautiful children, so heartbreaking. I feel for their family. And Samantha telling us tonight, I can't even begin to understand why these things happen, and why to good people, and why to kids barely beginning their life, and how the survivors will continue their lives without them. Well, have you seen this woman? Las Cruces police saying she's been missing since she went on a date Sunday, and she may be in El Paso. 29-year-old Patricia Robinson was last seen wearing a black and white dress and black high heels. She apparently went to meet a date at a Starbucks in Las Cruces. If you know where she is, you're asked to call police in Las Cruces. Meantime, 3 men, they are in a Juarez jail tonight after police there say they found explosives inside a car the men were pushing on the side of the road. Police saying they found 3 batteries, 2 bottles of fuel, and electrical wiring, which could have caused damage in about a 40-yard radius if it was detonated. They also said the men who were pushing the car had marijuana and guns. Oh, this is a scary reminder of what happened back in July of 2010 when a car bomb aimed at federal police officers exploded in Juarez, killing 3 people and wounding 9. Again, that was back in 2010. Omar in Santiago feeling the same about this story, saying it's just fireworks for the 4th of July. And it was the fireworks, man. Ray with some sarcasm, but it's safe there now. Come visit. And Daniel saying, blame ISIS, LOL. And Sandy, probably from Trump? Smiley face, just kidding. She's poking fun at Donald Trump, who was recently cut by NBC and Univision for the comments he made about the Mexican people. Also happening tonight, a story that has people talking. A former CNN anchor saying she was held at gunpoint at a motel in Albuquerque last night. Lynn Russell, you probably know her, saying that she and her husband decided to stop at the Motel 6. Russell went out to her car to get something, and then a man with a gun dragged her into his motel room. Her husband, former CNN correspondent Chuck DeCaro, grabbed his gun and fired at the suspect. A shootout then followed. Police found the suspect dead in the parking lot. DeCaro was also shot several times. Tonight, he's recovering in a hospital. Well, let's switch gears right now and give you a live look at traffic tonight. ABC-7 and TxDOT giving you this live picture, showing you that everything is okay, except for the typical backup we have seen because of construction on the east side. This is I-10 East and Hawkins. Here's another look from Airway right now where you see the backup is starting to build. Keep in mind, in the Yarborough all the way to the Lee Trevino and then Zaragoza area, there's a lot of construction from TxDOT, so you will be delayed if you're eastbound. Maybe get on the border highway or take Montana if you need to head east. Storm track weather now. Nichole Gomez has your first forecast. How's it going, girl?
It's nice out there.
Oh, it is nice.
It is.
We're almost out of here. We can go enjoy it.
I'm going to bed.
Well,
I don't know about you.
5 minutes outside, then go to bed.
Yes, you're right. It's 91 degrees right now at the El Paso International Airport, but it's nice throughout the entire region. We're dry, not tracking any storms currently, and the winds are calm, so no complaints here, and it actually feels like it's 91 degrees. Out in Las Cruces, 85, clear skies. Winds out of the south to southeast at 5 miles per hour. Now on Doppler radar, as I mentioned, we're currently seeing those clear conditions. That will be the case throughout the rest of your evening, and those hot temperatures will stick around. Most of the moisture and the thunderstorms well to our north and well to our south. So we are in the clear. 88 TRC, 81 Silver City, 84 the current temperature in Alamogordo, close to 90 degrees in Deming. So we're mostly dry tonight. Temperatures are on the rise for tomorrow. We'll talk about the heat for your forecast and what you can expect this weekend. That's all coming up in weather. Bob?
All right, thanks so much, Nichole. And Nichole and I normally are getting to some stories that have you buzzing tonight, and we will in just a little bit. But first, a story that we love to hear. An El Paso Fort Bliss family is whole again tonight, but it was a surprise for the kids. Let's go to ABC-7's Jerry Nahara, who's live with this story. Jerry?
Bob, 2 young girls got a surprise that they are not going to forget anytime soon. Today, Caitlin and Kiera were taking the Peter Piper Pizza. They thought it was just going to be a day with Grandma, Grandpa, and Mom, when lo and behold, their dad, Major Christopher May, showed up. The military dad had returned from a 9-month tour. The girls almost took a minute to take it all in at first. Everyone at the pizza place started clapping, and it wasn't long before the girls wrapped their arms around Dad. Their mother, Ebony May, tells me the transition to being a single parent is hard, but it's moments like these that bring the meaning of family back into their hearts.
I'm just elated that everything worked out and that he's here safe and sound. I did a lot of prayers between yesterday and today, and I'm just happy. And I'm happy to see my kids happy. Like, they've missed him for a long time.
She hasn't let go of him.
I know. She's holding on tight.
I asked what they would do now that their father is back, and they said they're going to take a long-awaited vacation. And coming up on ABC-7 at 10, we're going to hear from Daddy and daughters as well. Bob, back to you.
Oh, what a great story, Jerry. I'm sure you had fun out there. Thank you so much for that report, and we look forward to your report coming up tonight at 10. Hey, pet owners in Las Cruces, listen up. Your pet space is open for business. It's the first cage-free dog daycare and boarding facility in Las Cruces. Canine visitors are let loose 24 hours with staff working around the clock to watch them, of course, and keep them entertained. The owners want dogs to feel like they're at home.
In a cage-free boarding kennel, the dogs are not cooped up overnight. They're not standing for 12 hours in one spot with just a floor drain. Basically, they're allowed to run around and do whatever they want during the day, and at night they get to curl up on couches and beds and curl up with our staff.
And a lot of other dogs as well. I'm sure it's fun for them. Check out your pet space at 3920 West Picacho in Cruces. By the way, they even have a midday nap from 12 to 3. Is that for the workers or for the pets? Hey, well, you'll be hard-pressed to find any place in El Paso these days that isn't seeing growth and construction. On the Far East Side, we're talking about the biggest park in history of the city and the final plan just revealed. And What Story Tonight has our viewer Omar telling others, stop embarrassing Texans already. Let it go. Shake my head. We'll talk about it, Nichole.
It will be hot tomorrow. We'll take a look at your Storm Track weather forecast coming up after the break.
This is ABC 7 at 9 on the CW. You don't just watch the news here. You are the news. We'll be right back.